Omir Fernandez will go ahead and start off with his general thoughts on tonight's match.
No, I think we know we left a lot last week against Cincinnati. We knew we came out of that game wanting more for ourselves, and this week in training we came in with that mindset that this next game, we were gonna give more and leave everything on the field. And for me, this one meant a lot more. I think I came into training this week a little bit, thinking about the game, wanting to play and wanting to give everything and obviously win the game. So I think I was really happy to play and to start. And the team did exactly what we wanted to do. That's what good teams do. When we lose, how do you respond? And I think we responded really well. 2 amazing goals and a clean sheet as well. Really happy with the performance.
All right, we'll go ahead and take one from the call from Matt Pollard.
Mayor, Matt Pollard, Burgundy Wave, thank you for the time. Congrats on the result. Talk to me about the conditions, back playing on a baseball stadium, a little bit of soggy conditions with the moisture beforehand. How did it play, and how do you think the team adapted to that with just how energetically the match started?
No, I think we leave that for everybody else's opinion. For me and for the team, I think that didn't affect us. On the contrary, I think that's what good teams do. They don't make excuses. We don't care. We were on a baseball field that's a little bit smaller, that it's raining or whatever. We went in there with the same idea, and I think it showed because we seemed really comfortable. We had the game under control, and playing away, it didn't matter for us. And I think it shows that we're building a good team.
All right, we'll go ahead and take one from Braden on the call.
Hey Omir, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win today. This team has been built to score the exact kind of goals that you scored today. Just when you reflect on the process of this season to get to this point, just what makes you most happy in terms of, this team is starting to look the way that Chris and the rest of the team has been building it?
I think obviously this is a new project. It's a few months now, and new for me as well, new for the coach. But I think what's really exciting is that we're working really hard to play a certain system that could be new to a lot of players, and obviously it takes time. But now in recent games, you can see a lot of you can see the qualities of the players that we have. You see Cole Bassett being a little bit more showing his flair. Same with Rafa, myself. We have players that are just getting more comfortable with the system, and now you start seeing the different players and what they bring to the table, and you're going to see a lot more goals and more attacking actions for sure.
Go ahead and start with Mohammed.
So you played with Chris here in Red Bull and then also in Colorado. How is it? Is there any difference in the system, or is it pretty much the same system with him?
No, it's a similar system. I think obviously playing in New York, it's a little bit more intense with the pressing and that defensive structure. I think Chris is now, it's been a few years since he was at the Red Bulls. He had a lot of experience, coaching overseas and with different teams. So, obviously there's a big difference with how he presents himself as a coach, the authority that he has, but also the trust. That trust and confidence that he has in his players never has changed. And I think that's a quality that, speaks volumes. I think you can see it with our players. It's a young team, but they have a lot of confidence, and that's because of Chris and the confidence that he has in us.
Omir, 2 players tonight. Andres Maxo, I thought he had a tremendous performance in the center of defense. Took away space, forced them out wide. And I also thought Zach Steffen, not just the way he plays his leadership, he was very vocal in directing the play and directing where everybody should be. So can you just talk about those two and their performances and how that set the tone for this match?
No, we can speak about those two, the back four, the sixes, the strikers, everybody, I think. But, we can speak about them throughout the whole season. I think we asked a lot of Zach, and he knows the pressure that he has, that he puts on himself, not only to perform, but to be a leader as well. He's not wearing the armband, Keegan is, and Keegan speaks a lot, but Zach takes responsibility on himself to be a leader on the field, and you can see that a lot. And I think Maxu is another one that he speaks with his actions, the way he presents himself in training, and then obviously when you see him, working so hard to keep that clean sheet and the plays that he makes, I think, it motivates me for sure. It motivates all of us just to have those two back there, and, as attackers, it gives us confidence that, we can make mistakes, we can try things because we have those 2 brick walls back there.
Go ahead to JJ.
First of all, welcome back to New York, Omir. Obviously, around here, you're known as the city killer. You're usually getting on the goal sheet. But tonight, we saw another evolution of your game that we kind of saw at the tail end of your Red Bull career. Can you just talk about the progress that you've made here under Chris, and now that you're becoming more of a playmaker than not just going for that big shot 20 yards out?
No, I think I like the nickname. I've spoken a lot before when I was on the Red Bulls of how much I didn't like, or how much I still don't like New York City. And it's fine that they don't like me. I don't care. I think it obviously adds more fire to me to play these games, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna perform well against them because it means so much to me. But I think I've always said I'm a player that wants to improve every single year. Every single year I want to perform, and for me that's making stuff happen in the attacking third. I think with Chris working with me on the defensive part is another strength that adds to my to my qualities, and that's something that I want to work on and be top as well. So I think working with Chris, he's gonna help me get to that next level of being defensively, but also being able to make stuff happen.
Thanks, Omir.
Go ahead and take one from Braden on the call.
Yeah, Omir, I know you were subbed off in I think the 70th minute or so, but just especially after last week, just what kind of confidence do you and the rest of the team get when you not only fend off a team like this that has been so good late in these exact kind of situations, but also be able to score a goal and put the game away like you guys did?
Oh yeah, I think obviously getting subbed off, every single player is going to tell you they don't want to come off the field. But it's going to happen. We have to make subs to to stay that with that intensity that the team demands. I think the subs that came in, obviously Calvin gets an assist to Cole Bassett at the end of the game. I think that's really important for our subs to come in and know their roles and be able to do things like that. I think like I said last week, we were really upset with how we performed. We thought we could have given a lot more. We thought we let ourselves down, and we came into this week knowing that we were not going to leave nothing on the field, and the result shows itself. We could have probably scored a little bit, maybe one or two extra goals if we were a little bit cleaner in transition, I think. But to have a clean sheet and to score 2 goals away, I think it's a big testament to the team and how we responded.
And we'll take one from Connor.
Omir, do you know exactly how many friends and family that you had here tonight, and how have they supported you as you've moved away from New York to Colorado?
Exact numbers, I don't know. I think I asked for like 20 tickets minimum, but obviously more than 20 came. I think I saw a lot of people that I knew today, and it meant so much to me. I think I'm enjoying my time in Colorado, but when I came back to the city and I just saw the the buildings and the people and the park as well, it was really nice. I miss being here. This is where my home is, and to see them, they still support me from so far away. They always message me, they always call me, and my friends and family are always making sure I'm doing well. And when they get the opportunity to come, they're gonna show up in New York no matter what. So it meant so much to see them in the rain, and they didn't care. They were all happy, and it just meant so much to me, and I was happy that we were able to win.
All right, we'll take 2 more. One from the room.
Sure. Playing away with some players missing, what gave you the confidence to go for the 2-0 instead of trying to keep it 1-0?
No, I think obviously we were missing Georgie is the big one. I think picked up a small injury, but I think, like I said before, we have a team that knows the system now, is playing well under the system, and we have players that can come in and they're hungry, man. They're not just on the bench dwelling on themselves. They're ready to make an impact, and the people that came in today made a huge commitment to the game and to the team, and I think it showed with the 2-0. Obviously we're a team that we're good defensively. We back ourselves defensively, and I think we can, in the transition, we have players that can go, man. And like I said, credit to Calvin for coming in and finding Cole on the assist. I think it was a big testament to the players that we have on the bench and that can start the game.
All right, we'll take our last question from Matt Pollard.
Omir, how did you like the tactical change? I know Chris has been talking about the tactical approach of the team being a work in progress, but you know the shape somewhat similar to some of the formations you ran at Red Bull. How did you like that, and do you think that's a weapon you guys will deploy in the future?
Yeah, I think it was good. I think it was really good. I think, you know, obviously Chris has experience playing against New York City. Obviously, it showed today with his tactics and, you know, what he was saying to us to do during the game. I think for me, it was really comfortable to play. I've played in all those attacking roles. So for me, it was really comfortable to just go in and perform my job. I think I did really well today and was able to help my teammates as well and with their positionings. I think, you know, we have players that are adaptable that can play many positions. I don't know if you guys saw Cole running around in different positions throughout the rest of the game, but we have players like that can, you know, play many positions, and, you know, this is a good formation for us and good tactical change for us for sure.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.